Oh, buddy, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Alright, let's go ahead and get back in here. So I forgot to click the intern button at the very end, but I pretty much decided on doing the Hobgoblin thing early on. It's a pretty good value, but the more I'm looking at this and just our army composition, what we're going to have to fight, if we're fighting Cathayan units, I mean, if they have Jade Warriors, our units are just never going to hurt them. Like, these Orc Laborers do a lot of armor-piercing damage, which is cool. They have extremely low leadership, low melee attack. I just don't know if that's going to get it done, especially on sieges. So, I think we're going to have to invest in some Dwarf Warriors early. And specifically, we want the armor-piercing ones early on. I probably should have just dismissed these two and rehired armor-piercing ones. It would have been 1,200 gold. It's debatable, but it's a lot more damage. And those Jade Warriors have really high armor-piercing. So I think armor-piercing almost always is the better choice, unless you just really need your front line to not do any damage and just hold the line as much as they possibly can. But it's going to take us a long time to get to these bull centaurs, and that's where we want to get to eventually. But we've got 1,080 raw materials here that we need to do, so we're going to be getting like a little bit more next turn. I could not get this donation thing, and that would give me 250. There's an argument for that, but we're also going to need gold. So that's what I'm thinking. And we can recruit these Dwarf Warriors off of this drill, so we don't have to have a tier 2 building. Now, we would have to get this one if we want the Blunderbuss or the Castilian, which are good, but Infernal Guard are a little bit, they're a better upgrade. But I just think that these are just like exponentially better than the Orc Laborers at frontline, especially on sieges where you're going through this narrow choke point. The Laborers probably aren't going to do much. I can have them like climb on the walls and try to take checkpoints or something, but I just feel like we're going to have the Dwarves. So it is a conversation early on then, since I'm not going to have as many of these guys early. Should I go for the dwarf stuff early on? And then if I'm not deep in the dwarf stuff, do you go for the Kadai? So, I mean, these are, like I said, they are comparable to the other guys. They do require a separate building, though. That's the biggest thing, is they aren't part of the monster building tree. And this kind of stuff, like I said, does fall off later, but if the Iron Demons are pretty good, it does buff them up, but still, it's not great. So I still think my initial assessment was probably correct to go this direction. But we might do a little detour and at least pick up this for 2 turns here. Because this is for the blunderbusses. We're probably not going to get a bunch of those early. They are very good, but it's tier 2. And at tier 2, we really need to be getting the monsters and probably the war machines for the Iron Demons. And then this is pretty good, but that requires a lot of turns. It's not telling me how many to get over there, but like 2... it takes a little while. So I think just maybe getting 2 points here. Conversely, getting the wolves is not going to do very much for us either. And this extra hobgoblin thing, this is okay, but it's not crazy. So we might just pick up some of the early stuff here. I do want to get industry as well, but again, I'm going to have 1,000 materials to get this upgrade. And, we need to upgrade our main town first. So this is like 2,000 away before we can really get it. And then labor quotas are good, but we're not near any ports. Armaments are cool, but this is even more. This is 1,500 materials. So I think we're better off just getting a lot of kind of like relatively cheap stuff early and then figuring it out from there. So I did decide to go for instead of the 2 control, I went for the Masterful Architects for the minus 10% construction, which saves me some on this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to upgrade this one so that we can, because I think this is a relatively secure location, I hope, and that will let us get some more raw materials eventually, and some gold generation, both of which are pretty good. So that's what we're going to do. We can't rush it. We just don't have time for it. You know, there is an argument not to get the donation barrel, and it's possible that I should have just hired the, got the hobgoblin building instead. So that way at least I could get hobgoblins instead of laborers, because the hobgoblins are way better, and they're a similar cost. And these archers are pretty decent. They only do 15 damage, but they get 30% extra damage if they have higher hit points. So they're doing like 18 damage. And that's kind of all of the range that we're going to have other than the blunderbusses for a little bit, and our artillery. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. I went for this, but I could definitely see going for a hobgoblin building. We will probably, with the next capital that we take, we'll probably get a hobgoblin building there and recruit from there. But that's just kind of some different thoughts I was coming through. Also, getting an additional pack of dwarves here will allow us to get Frenzy, which is a massive upgrade, and I think it's pretty cheap in the manufactory. So it's like 10 extra melee attack and 10 extra damage. So that'll give these guys 40 melee attack and, you know, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 42 or 43 heavily armor-piercing damage. So that's pretty legit. That can definitely crack through some Cathayan Jade Warriors who do almost no armor-piercing damage. They don't have a great weapon variant. They just have halberds. So I think we should crush them in an extended fight. They do get some formation bonuses and things like that, but that's kind of what my thinking is right now. So, okay. Let's go over here and try to see if we can take Iron Storm. Okay. So we can walk over here and just hire a little bit more if we want. Actually, we might go ahead and do that. Like, we could raid, but I think maybe just standing on the border here, since we can't get there in one turn, which is annoying, and going ahead and upgrading these. Okay, so now we can see the manufactory. Oh, it is per unit. So we have to. So it does charge you per unit to upgrade these things. So Frenzy, it is 8 gold per unit. Or 8 armaments per unit per turn that you want it. Okay. And then, of course, you have these other ones here that you can't click on until you upgrade them, but that's pretty much how it works. And then there is a cooldown on it. It's not telling me here what it is, but I think once you turn it off, you have to wait like 5 more turns before you can turn it back on, something like that. Okay, so we can't turn it on right now, but for really, really tough fights, we might want to turn it on. Wait, what? Oh, that's 2 total. Or it was 4 total. Okay, so we had 2 of these, and then 1 of each of these. Okay. I thought that meant that we were going to get 2 if we bought the upgrade. But this here is how many total you can have. 3 total from this is how many you have. And then this is how many from each thing you can get. So it's 2 of these and 1 of these. Okay, so that's a little confusing. Because with the Beastmen, when you do this style of upgrade, there are some things where you get multiples. But for this, it looks like you always just get 1 more for that price, no matter what. And this is just telling you how many currently you can choose from. Okay, so 100 for just 1 more dwarf is... I thought we were going to get 2 dwarves for that, but it's something. And we need something right now. Do I want to pay to switch these out while I'm sitting here anyways? It's 1,200 gold. He doesn't have armor piercing either. He does some damage though. Feels bad. I don't know if I want to. I guess we kind of have to buy more laborers. Like, we just have to have units for open field, although they're gonna break. Now I really wish I'd bought the hobgoblins, since I can't do it in one more turn. All right. 1,200 is a lot. I guess we just buy these. Just get more power here. Okay. Alright, and then we're not upgrading again for a little bit, so I think we can go back to control for now. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to forget to get that discount if you're buying expensive buildings. Oh, Imperial Dragons are already getting crushed. I like that. Or Imperial Wardens. Okay. Maybe we can take that gate. I didn't think we'd be able to do it, but... Now, another thing, too, is you have to be extremely aggressive with this faction, because that labor is just constantly burning. Okay, nice. Have 700 raw materials, okay. The assembly line chain. $75 armaments. What's the assembly line? Is that the gold one? We already have something from the assembly line chain. And a factory settlement. Okay, we have that. So hopefully it's going to give it to us next turn. Okay, fight 3 battles. Okay, now tech-wise... Okay, so we're not getting as many dwarves. I thought we'd have at least 4, but we've only got 3. So that makes that a little less compelling. I guess we'll go industry labor quotas over here. Alright, are we at war? Does this have walls? Man. Alright. Doesn't have a very big garrison. But... how fast are these guys? Not very fast at all. Okay. No, we're already at war. Okay. I wasn't sure if we were or not. Okay, I think we can just auto this, hopefully. Oh, it is open field. Let's just see what happens. Hopefully it's not gonna be that bad if we auto it. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So we should have just manually done that. Oh, this is not the capital of this one? Okay. Need outpost. Means we're gonna have to put labor there, though. Yeah, we need materials. We don't want to get too many armaments right now. We need the materials specifically for upgrade, so we'll go outpost. can move labor, but it costs you to move it around. It's 400 per turn. Oh my god. I mean, that one's gonna be broke soon, within like 2 turns. God. Okay. So, I guess for now we just get this, because we can't afford 300 more workload right now. So I guess we just have to get cash. How are we supposed to get 300 per turn? Like, do we just have to go turbo wide? I think we do at a certain point. Because we're gonna have to be taking like multiple towns, fighting like at least 2 armies fighting per turn to keep up. Because each fight's only giving us like 200 or 300 labor. And that's just like, that's just enough to support one province, barely. Because yeah, we're gonna be tapped out on this place soon. Man. Okay. Inspiring presence for the 5 leadership could actually be a worthwhile detour. I think I want to do that because our leadership is so low. Oh, I said I was going to create a goblin place. That's right. So that's not that bad because we do need to recruit goblins here for a couple of turns. And I don't think I want to upgrade this to tier 2 until we get and what is this tier 3 building here? 50 armaments per turn. It's pretty good. Healing cap for war machine units. All armies can be healed more and the upkeep is lower. 6,000 gold. That means we have to upgrade this to tier 3, which, like I said before, is not usually a great bargain. So it's another 100 for 100 upgrade. I mean, God, it's really, it really would be way better to have this be a factory at a certain point, but I don't think you can convert. I don't think there's any like cost you can pay to change it over to. Oh yeah, you can. Does it just take turns to convert it? Or does it just start over at level 1? I'm not sure how that works. So should I go ahead and convert this over to a factory, I wonder? I have to click to cancel. I don't know what it costs. It doesn't say it costs anything to convert it over to a factory. Obviously, you'll lose all the buildings. I think I should still be able to create the Hobgoblin building. I mean, I guess there's not a rush on that. Let's just make sure we get these Hobgoblins on time. Bloodwind Keep. Okay, that doesn't have too much over there either. Alright. And I guess we just won't hire. That feels dangerous. I mean, I do want to hire Hobgoblins, but I'm not going to be able to hit this in 1 turn. I may not even be able to hit it in 2 turns, though. Alright. Okay, so we finished these things. We're getting some raw materials. We're getting some more armaments. A little more gold. It's still kind of fine. Getting the plus 10 per turn for a few more turns. nothing to be done here. It's gonna take multiple turns. Get over there. How strong are they? Not super strong, but... Oh, Heralds of the Tempest. Who are they at war with? Hi! How are you?
I got my water.
Oh, do you? Oh, be careful. How much do we get per turn? 65. I don't think that's worth it, and that's also going to make dude mad if we get more trade agreements.
Come in. I come in, Dad.
Okay. Okay.
I come in. I come in.
Okay.
I come in.
Okay, so the question is, I don't think I can do it in 2 turns. I guess I can hit this one next. Maybe. Hopefully I can get that in 1 turn. I've moved so slowly compared to some of the other factions. These guys are like turbo cheap.
Whoa. They're too high. They're too high.
It's too high. Alright,
No. Come here. Wolf.
I mean, I want to replace them with Hobgoblin. I guess this is fine.
Wolf.
Okay, and then tech-wise, what are we? We're getting quotas next. Getting this extra leadership and melee defense would be pretty nice. But I think getting the labor quotas is still a huge deal. Okay. God, so many choices.
My finger. My finger. Oh, Dad was me.
Okay, get a bunch of hobgoblins, and we get a hero. I forgot about that guy. Okay. Yeah, I should have hired hobgoblins earlier, made a hobgoblin building in my main place, but... Okay, and then we're going Burning Head here. When you cast, they get extra weakness to fire, plus 20% for 15 seconds. Okay. So that means this would also do 20% more damage. I think we'll go with that. Now, I guess that does make, like, flaming arrows and flaming attacks more valuable from, like, the Kadai if you have fire magic. They take 20% more damage, so that's pretty legit. Okay, well... Bloodwind is going to get stronger, though. My movement is so trash. Do I have channeling stance? I don't think I do. These stances are pretty trash. Can I beat them without hobgoblins though? Where's the gate? The gate is like right there. Do they own that gate? They're getting a little bit stronger. I think I don't want 2 enemies at once. Oh my god. These guys aren't hiring, it looks like, but... So I should be able to attack this guy and get them all to come out. These are going to be a problem. The blunderbusses should be able to light them up, though, because they're so much taller than the dwarves. Should still be able to shoot them. Okay, so one thing that I will do here, I think, is mule them. That 10 leadership is very nice. Now, it's War of Metal. But War of Metal's okay. It's really that 10% leadership that I want. Against Cathay. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll recruit this dude. And then just have him mule us some units. I guess just some archers. Okay, so we could turn on Frenzy. If we want to. Not this turn, but next. Okay. Over here, we're at 350 on the materials. Okay, we should get a caravan here pretty soon. Hopefully they'll sally out on us. Oh, never mind. Dude ran away. Military convoy. Okay.
Tempt me not.
Wow, really? Are they in ambush? That's disrespect. They see me, like, running at them. They're going over here to take on... Who are they at war with somebody else over there? That's, like, burning their stuff? They only have one town left. Seems like an ambush or something to me. But I don't think I have a choice. I've kind of got to do it. There's 2 turns worth, 1 public order. I think it might be. Public order is pretty trash. I think in that 25 to 50 zone is kind of going to be where we're maybe able to stay. 15% labor is bad, though. I mean, if we could just get it down into that negative 25... It's 10%. That's 5%. It's still 5% at 25 to 50. So it's... almost always 3 to 5. Okay, so it's not worth it to go into positive, really. But negative 25 is what you want to aim for. That's kind of the sweet spot in terms of value. Okay, how many turns? We've got 1 turn on that, and then it's going to go down again. Wait, it didn't go down 4. I thought it was supposed to go down 400. Oh, is that just how many you have to maintain there? Oh, I thought that was how much it costs every turn. That's just how many you have to have, period. I was like, oh my god, how am I supposed to get that much every turn? Okay, so that's how much you have to have, period. And you only lose this amount based on your control levels. Okay. Got it. So we're still good. We've got several turns there, but... do I go for... Tradable resources. I mean, we're about to buy our convoys now, so that's not going to do a ton for us there unless one of them dies. Oops. Okay, I think that'll help out a little bit. No, I think I'm gonna go for these. Like, we need these hobgoblins to be as strong as they can be. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the Forgecraft. So it costs that much to purchase it, and every turn it applies upkeep. Okay, so 3 turns you can't make any more mods. Okay, now we should get a quest completion. There we go. Okay, they just went over there. Alright, well, we've got to fight this while they're away. I don't know what they're doing. I guess they just think that I wouldn't do it. What does 8 mean? Oh, 8 per turn is what's costing me. Alright. Okay, and then after after we finish this, we can just run the other guy over with the hobgoblins, and we should be able to recruit. Actually, they're probably going to come back and siege us, which will stop us from recruiting. So we probably want to walk up to the border and then hire an additional set of hobgoblins with the other guy, and then dash and hand off the hobgoblins. And we might keep that other lord with us and just throw a whole bunch of orc laborers or just something with him, just so he gets some experience and just so we can maybe auto-resolve a little bit faster. Because a whole army of, like, orc laborers, probably going to be like 1,000 or maybe 2,000 gold a turn. It's pretty cheap. Maybe don't go for a full-on 20 sack, but just like something that can take on just small, unprotected, you know, Cathayan towns, right? Just have like just a bunch of orc laborers and just be able to auto-resolve stuff. Would be nice. Okay. But I don't know, if that doesn't seem financially feasible, we can just delete him and then come back. What is this? Whether or not spells should be overcast by default. Okay, I guess that's a new thing I haven't seen before. I don't think you'd ever want that. I mean, never is a strong word, I guess, but... Okay, I'm just gonna make these the 7 groups. You really don't want to run them anywhere in there. The closest. I just always think that being close to like corners. Actually, this was pretty good because that's broken down, so it shouldn't be as many things firing on us right here. Corner is nice, but we'll probably just have these guys like just climb the walls or something. I don't know. We really don't need them for a lot. Okay, so they're like right there, but that's not going to fire on us, I don't think. Is this actually going to do anything? What? Okay, now they're moving over here. Dude, this is gonna be so horrible. This army is so bad to start with. Dude, how is their aim that horrible? Oh my god, what was... And they have a caster there? Okay, where are those blunderbusses? Put them... Oh, they're right there. Yeah, I'll just fire on those dudes. Maybe they'll get down off the walls. Alright, these marauders... Maybe we can climb up with, Oh my gosh. How close are we on this gate? Okay, we're kind of putting a little bit of work in there. Okay, maybe we can just wait. Okay, they're just gonna take a billion years anyways. Let's just have them chill. No, come back up here. Come back over here. Okay, so I got them off the towers. No one's up there. Stop firing. Okay, let's just have these dudes climb up. They're probably gonna break. Let's have somebody try to step up here. Okay, we're in. Alright, let's get in here, boys. Boys, get in. Okay, maybe if I can climb up the ladder with these blunderbusses and fire down or something. Oh, he's up here. Okay. No, if that's necessarily what I want. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that thing still does the damage. Oh, it even arced that way. Heck yeah. Let's go. Was this getting fired on? I don't know what was going on there. Where's the main guy? Oh, the other dude dropped off or ran or something? I don't... Okay, stop. Just blasting my own dudes a little too much there. Boys, fight. Are we up here? Gotta bounce around a lot more than I was thinking it would. You guys fire? Like, anybody fire? Okay, maybe that's a bad idea to send them up there. These guys just do not want to fire. Do they all have to be up there to fire? They just can't get a clean shot or what? No, there we go. Yeah, even just firing on running people would be nice. Fight! What are you... Okay. Definitely a little rocky. But that's alright. Yeah, those rockets kind of blasted a lot of my own people there on that one. They do have a super long range and like very high arcing shot, so I mean that is good. It's like an improved kind of mortar. So like on siege situations, they could be okay. I mean they're still putting up decent numbers most fights. Okay, got a little labor. Oh. Okay. So you can occupy as a tower and increase it. Okay, so you basically pay 50 conclave to earn like 1,200 raw materials or so. So that saves 5 turns also. So 5 turns, right now at a rate of 150. It's gonna take us what? At least 4 more turns. Ish. I think it's 1,200. So it could be. So that could say that's saving us 10 turns to get to our high level units. Now we're not going to get the influence, the conclave influence buffs. But we can always turn 200 labor into 10 influence. So that's about the equivalent of 1,000 labor. So I don't know that you'd want to do it all the time, but honestly, right now, just so that we can get our first centaurs, or whatever the hell they're called, might be worth it. Armaments-wise, trying to think, can we support it? We need 250 armaments to build the building. Now we can get more dwarves, but then we have to pay armaments to get the dwarves. But we need 250, so that's going to take like 3 turns. If we turn off our armaments thing, or we can't change it for 3 turns, I guess. So it's going to be 3 turns. This is going to be mostly sitting idle. But that also allows us to get the technologies faster, because then we don't have to spend the 1200 to get it. We can upgrade, especially the stuff that's going to upgrade our mines. I think I like it. I mean, we do get one more influence per turn, so for it being level 2. It's 125 if we want to go to level 3. So, I don't know, we are going to miss out on a cool upgrade, but our army sucks, man. There's just no way around it. We have to have those centaurs. Now, we only get one of those to start, but we can also get a flying monster thing. Oh, no, it's the same building for 250. So basically, without paying any extra armaments, we can get 3 of the flying dudes and 1 of the bull centaurs. And we get a hero that's pretty good, and I think he might be anti-large. I can't remember. You get a lot for that one building. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do it. So it is going to put us behind on this race, but I think for the first one, we need this ASAP. Tribute Hall is cool, but I think we're just waiting on this for 250. And then we want this for the next 250. And then I think eventually, I don't know, we'd probably just get this as a placeholder at some point. Yeah, we really want these extended shifts. So we need 1,000 there, but like all of these are good to get the outposts going. So then the outposts allow us to get more efficient raw materials. And that lets, like, we get extended shifts. Like, all of these are pretty, well, not all of them. This is kind of whatever. This is not amazing right now. But 3 of the 4 here are very good. Especially the 5% on all buildings saved, and this one is 15% on outpost buildings. So, yeah, I think the materials are really where we want to be. Okay. Okay. And then we could combine these 2 guys. Now, if they siege this, I can't remember if I'm still allowed to recruit on the property, or I just can't recruit in that town. Okay. Let's go over here. How strong is this guy? I think I want to fight him. Puppets of Misrule are not that strong. Imperial Wardens are still pretty weak. I could also just not fight him. Oh, please tell me. Okay, good. Anywhere is suitable. I love to see it. I was about to say, please don't be like bad environment down here or something. How strong are those northern provinces? Pretty strong. We're going to need our business units for that, which means we probably need to stay in the north, which means we probably need to take these guys out. This is such a secure area once you get it up here. I think we're just going to have to fight these little puppets and try to take them down. Okay, so if that's the case, let's just run over here.
Instrument of the Divine.
Who's this? Oh, Muddled Minds. Okay.
sagas.
I've got an okay front line. I think I like these guys. They do a lot more damage. Because they do 30% more damage when they hit people from the back, and they have +5 versus infantry. These guys are just better. They have better melee defense, though, and more HP. Okay, so let's do 2 archers. Do it like that. Okay. And then over here, Tyrant. Let's just do Burning Head. Oh, let me see this guy. Okay, he does get a Bale Taurus, which is nice. He can eventually get a dragon. He's a caster. Searing Doom is a very good level 1 spell. So it is very spammable, cheap, does reasonable damage. So that's pretty good. You can choose kind of what you want here. Probably this one, Voice of Hashut, replenishment, vigor loss reduction, eventually, and then all the rest of his stuff is pretty standard. Is he ranged when he... Nice, even when he's on the Bale Taurus, he can fire from on top. Now, it's not a lot of damage, but if you don't want to go down in combat, that's an option. Okay. So I was wondering if these guys are stronger than the commanders. Because the commanders are better in melee combat, but if you get on top of this beast anyways, like, you're going to be pretty good at fighting a lot of stuff, so. Okay, we got the Bale Taurus, we got this. We're already recruiting everything that we want to recruit. Don't think we want to build anything here just yet. We're kind of waiting. We do need the gold, but we need to upgrade our stuff even more. To see, we're losing 94 as a flat amount because it's percentage based. So that's what I'm saying. You don't want to stack too much labor in one place, or you're going to be losing more as a flat number over time. So you want to be kind of close to your workload. Min-max that as much as you can. Be like a few turns away from your workload. And don't overstock it. Now, we are going to upgrade this as soon as we can, the granite spikes, to get more raw materials per turn, and then we'll also get this stuff. So it sucks we're not going to have this tech done fast enough. Let's see, if I had 250 more, though, if I had 750, 900... Okay, and I think this is just a one-turn upgrade, if you can afford it. How much if I sell this? $150. So it put me at $650, because that'll save us 15% on the outpost buildings. I think it was probably a bad idea to buy this early until we get that one upgrade for the outpost buildings. So we want those outposts to be tier 2. So I know we've only had this for a few turns, but I guess there's no super rush on that. I could wait. So it's going to be 2 turns here. So that's going to put us at 800. Anyway, so we're going to be like 50 short. So I guess we could at least wait until next turn and then see. And then, yeah, because that's 1,000. So I guess we could wait until next turn get the gold, then we would have made like 1,000 goldish or so. Maybe not that much, but we made some gold on it. And then if we have to, we can sell it next turn, and then we'll have enough to get this. We might have to rebuy it again, so we'll end up paying, you know, more materials, but is it worth it to get this one turn faster? That's the equivalent of getting, so let's say 15% on for one turn faster. 15% would save us 450 gold here, and let's see, 750, 450 gold there, and then like 100 gold there. So that's like 550 gold for the price of like 100 materials. Even though we'll have to put this back in there anyways. I guess we can just wait a turn. Because it only costs us 100 materials to wait a turn, basically. So, I guess we'll just wait. So it's probably, I guess it's not like that big of a deal. It's probably the right call. But it's going to be a little bit short of an upgrade. Unless we finish a quest that gives us materials. Cargo. Have 700 raw materials. Probably get that soon. See where? Okay, here. I think I keep the Hobgoblin building around a little bit longer, because we need to try to replace our Orc Laborers, even though we just bought them, with Hobgoblin stuff, and then buy this pretty soon. Let's start putting some labor over there, because we will need that eventually. So let's put some over here. Even though the public order is looking kind of bad, but okay. Now I kind of wanted to upgrade my main place too, but we just don't have the materials for that. Like, the drill is cool, but it's extremely expensive too. Okay, convoys. Hobgoblin favor. Kadai domination. You want a couple of hobgoblins, or do you want like actual units that can do something? Okay. We're gonna, I guess we'll have to hire them both, honestly. Okay, so now we have to choose where do we want to go with this one. Okay, I control the Volary, so that's cool. So, okay, so it goes from Zar Nagrund, I think. Black Crag is burned. Okay. So you can trade whatever it says for the other thing. So we can trade gold for labor, I think is good. Gold for raw materials. Well, now it's not it doesn't cost the labor like I thought before. That varies a lot. So the labor might be a little bit better. 400 armaments is a no way. We actually need armaments so we can get our second town. I think armaments is usually one of the better ones. If you can find gold for armaments. Give armaments for gold. I don't think there's anything that's giving us armaments, though. All about trading armaments for other things. Armaments for labor, gold for raw materials. We want to trade gold for something. Okay, so it goes from Tsar Nagrand, I guess. Gold for labor, armaments. Nothing is giving us armaments right now. You can't send it to the same place over and over again. So I'm looking. It's all either labor or gold. Or some raw materials. Maybe we go for the raw materials. That's 3 turns on that. So 500 gold for that, or 500 gold for 200 labor. What all do we need the raw materials for? We needed to upgrade our our main settlement. I guess our main settlement now is going to be the Valerie place. Or the place to the right of where I was, because it's already tier 3. Or tier 2, and we want to get it to tier 3. So... I think we want the raw materials. Okay, so I think it's linear. It's 37 per 100. That's what it looked like. How much is that going down? 13. Wait. 25, so that's 28. Okay, so the further up it goes, the better the deal is. Okay, I think that's what we want. And we need this to, like, upgrade factories and things like that. So we get 408 labor. Maybe the 408 labor is better. Because this is like 1 turn of labor, like in an outpost, or so, like 1 turn and some change. And the amount of like you need labor to get started up in those places, but the amount of decay is only going to be like 60 or something. So you can basically turn somewhere between 60 to 100 labor that decays into that. So this, in theory, is like 1,000 something gold worth of material. So I think it's just labor. Just almost always where you want to go here. Okay. So let me see. So is that the best version then? Is that the best deal? The longer it is, the better the rate typically as well. So you're getting 601, but that's 8 turns. You're getting 408 for 4 turns. So yeah, this is a better rate. The closer the place is usually a better rate, but you don't get as much raw. Closer the place is also safer. Like this should be super safe. Okay, so we'll send them here. You also get a little bonus. Typically you get an extra unit, and I think you get an extra item. Okay, so what do we have here? 3 hobgoblins. That, I mean, that's just horrible. I think I've got to wait until we get better units, which kind of sucks. But I don't know how often this replenishes either, but I think we just have to wait. But that's just like, that's probably the worst one. Like, I would much rather have the big monsters. Okay, and then we've done everything else. We don't get the Tower of Tsar for a little while here. Oops. Do we want to upgrade this? I think I want to do the Provincial Edict first. And I want to get that tech first, too. I think we're just going to wait, because we don't have the labor here anyways to do anything with it. It will take some turns, but think I'd rather save a little money right now. Okay, and then labor-wise, just do it like this, because our workload's pretty good over there. Okay. Sorry, I know it took a bit of time there. Yeah, they sieged it. Hopefully I still was able to recruit those hobgoblins. Okay, yeah. We got the hero, besieged. Oh, and we got 500 labor off of that. Nice. And we're losing 50 per turn. Okay, and that's probably good on the hobgoblins, I think. Okay, so we can go ahead and convert this over to a mine. And then, how much do we want to wait? We're not going to be able to get this one for a few more turns. Now, where is that new hero? Is he over here somewhere? I think we just go ahead and buy this. Like, saving 15% is nice, but that's going to take a lot of turns. Three or four more turns. Because now we do have the labor here, but it's 300. We're losing 50 per turn. I mean, I could go ahead and just, like, purchase public order here, which is probably what I need to do. My main area now is going to start bleeding out. Public order as well. What are we at? We're at 27, so that's 10%, and it's going down 7 per turn. I think we're going to have to spend it. Go up 5 per, and then over here. We have to do it here too. Going down 8. We are getting +4 here. So you don't get plus anything here though. So it's harder to maintain. Also do Conclave Influence for 200. Okay, where's this little dude? Okay, so he's over here. He's got a few cool things. I know we're basically out of turns, but or out of time. Let's go ahead and run over here. And then we'll start this fight, and that'll be where we pick up next time. I'm gonna delete the settlement buildings. I'm gonna delete all of my dwarf warriors. I don't know. We'll think about it. I mean, we can hire those dwarf warriors back. We'd have to go back to the drill town, which would be annoying. Everything else would probably be pretty brutally injured too. think we can beat him. I am a little worried about this cannon, this hell cannon here, and these trolls are going to be a problem. Trolls have pretty low leadership, though. But, like, our flaming head is not going to do a lot versus these guys. It'll hurt these guys some, but we'll see. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you next time.